why. Oh boy. Okay. Hi Max, how's it going? All my shit's broken. Hang on. There we go. Put that on at least. I don't know how loud that is. I hope it's not too loud. I truly don't know. It's probably a little loud. It's a little loud. There we go. Okay. How's everyone doing? I couldn't get fuck all to work today. I'm very late streaming, and to be honest, I'm very tired, and I'm probably not gonna do that long of a stream. So just FYI. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get one of my controllers to sync, and, well, I couldn't get the controller I needed to sync. So couldn't do that. I couldn't get my game capture to work, like my capture card to work. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. So the game that I intend to stream soon, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, nothing works, and I don't have anything else lined up than what I was planning. So we're gonna play some pinball. Because why not? You know? Why not? Hi, Corinne, how are you? How's it going? I did make sure I don't have, like, any fucking, like... I don't think I have anything else playing in the background. I think we're Gucci. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, cool. But I hope everyone's doing okay. It is a Monday, that's for fucking sure. Holy God, is it a Monday? Today I learned that there was a Beatmania song for last year's Konami Arcade Championship called Kill Each Other, in all caps. Such a fitting song title. That's rough. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that one. Very tired and stressed, so that's a story for another day. Well, you know the deal, Corinne. Feel free to DM me, but I understand. I've been I took last week off, and I came in and I'm feeling it today. I was feeling it. It wasn't like, I feel like I didn't have like a ton waiting for me. I had to dig out of my emails and shit, obviously. It was mostly just, I had like some very specific things that needed to be done that were kind of intense. So, and I have one specific project that I'm working on right now that is frustrating the hell out of me, as is tradition. I also forgot to take my vitamins today, so I'm gonna do that right now. I will end of week, probably. No rush. Only if you want to. Sorry, my vitamins are gummies because I'm a child. Some of them are, anyway. Yeah, it's been a fucking day. The urge to just be like, fuck this, I'm just playing Fortnite has been overwhelming. But we're gonna play some Pokemon Pinball. I have never played Pokemon Pinball this way. I have only ever played it on, like, you know, my GBA. So we're gonna do our very best. Gummies are the only way I remember to take them, so no shame here. The bottle says ages 7 and up for gummy vitamins. Please don't take a children's vitamin. You need adult vitamins, probably. They might all just be placebos, too. I don't know, but they make me feel better. We are all 7 and up. In fact, everyone here should be 18 and up. I feel like that is something that I do need to stress. This is an 18 and up stream. For vulgarity and profanity. I got a lot of that. Oh my god, our first catch is Pikachu? Who's that Pokemon? So, I feel probably everybody knows Pokemon Pinball, right? Yeah? Hey, Jacob, how's it going? If you don't know Pokemon Pinball, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, because I don't know where you've been. I guess, beyond the year 1999 is that'd have to be my guess, but not me. If you are a child, be warned, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, Jacob's gonna throw out the C word, and I'm not gonna do anything about it. As you can see, Automod does not hold that word. I love that word. It's one of my favorite words, but I'm not gonna say it on camera or on mic. I do plot twist. I never played it on legitimate hardware because we were too poor to afford GBA games from FuncoLand as children. FuncoLand! I love FuncoLand. FuncoLand was where I got my NES. Not like my childhood NES. I don't know if FuncoLand was around back then. Probably. My childhood NES, I have no idea where my mom got that from. I feel like she's told me before, but I don't remember. But that thing broke. And then when I was like, I think like 10 or something, I told my mom for Christmas I wanted an NES because we still had all of our NES games, and I didn't know any better. I didn't know that there were other like games that you could play. I only knew about N64. No, was it N64 around when I was a kid? Maybe. It might have been around when N64 was out, and I didn't like it. So I just wanted another NES. So my mom went to FuncoLand and got me one, and it was broken. So we returned it, and then we brought it back to FuncoLand, and then they gave me another one, and it was also broken. And then we went back again, and we might have done this one other time too, and finally they were just like, ah! Finally, they were just like, fuck it, have this top loader. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I had a top loader. C word, cuttlefish? Yes. Yes, the C word is cuttlefish. That's what it is. Hi, Sean. Is FuncoLand where the pops are from? God, no. God, no. It better not be. No, Funko. No. Funko is defunct. That place is long gone. Panda, thank you so much for the 13 months. I appreciate you. Pokemon Pinball in this economy. In this economy, Pokemon Pinball is all I can afford. Just not the physical cartridge. Yeah, one, I already bought that. And two, I ain't got no fucking money. Did Hamster not work? God damn it. Trying to rob you, Hamster. Hang on. Device not connected. Fuck you mean device not connected? Hold on. I got a closed chat bot. You heard it. I didn't hear it. I want Hamster. This is bullshit. Okay, hang on. Unfortunately, the FuncoLand box in my SNES came in, finally kicked the bucket, but I still have the SNES and it hasn't yellowed. I have a really good shaped SNES, actually. I bought it when I was an adult, so that's probably a part of it, but it was like brand new looking. Corinne, I see your frog. I'll get to your frog. I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm a little verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. I should be able to now hear Hamster too. Okay, let me get you a frog. Frog. There you go. There's your frog. I miss FuncoLand so much. Where else would they pull full games in their put full games in their demo cabinet and play them Hamster and play them for free? Mm-hmm. All right. Ah, fuck. Okay. Enjoy your tea and your food. Thank you, Corinne. It was audible. Okay. I have a Dreamcast. I need to retrobrite. I've heard that's what that's not a permanent solution and makes it worse. That's the thing. Like, so my NES, I bought a lunchbox NES a few years back, and it has like yellowing on the front, and it's not smoke stained. It's just the goddamn plastic. And I'm like, yeah, I could retrobrite it, but like that, basically, you're just basically making it porous, which is going to cause issues in the long run. So I don't know. I can deal with it, and if I was really going to be a big baby about it, I could just buy another one, because I mean NESs aren't that expensive. But it works, and that's the important thing to me, is does it work? Hi, Miss Fire, how are you? You're stripping a layer. Yeah, exactly. Everything seems to be in order. Everything in my life is not in order right now, Sean. My life is a nightmare. But the stream, save for everything that's broken, is working. All my alerts and stuff are fine. It's just I can't get my game capture to work at all. And I can't get any of my controllers to sync. So I've got my 8BitDo controller right now, thankfully. So, hi Carla, how are you? My Dreamcast still lets me play Street Fighter 3, so that's all I need. I do want to get a Dreamcast at some point. I do not have a Dreamcast. Hi, I'm okay. I'm glad to hear it. I need help. I'm trying not to fall asleep right now because it's too early. You should drink coffee. Can you drink coffee? I don't know if you can have coffee. You should have coffee. I remember how my sister, how my sister and I managed to do our first ever console mod on our SNES by prying out the tabs on the inside so we can play Japanese cards. Yeah. Embrace the history. Yellowed consoles are akin to NES cards with Tyler scrawled on them and the permanent marker. Listen, the yellowing bothers me a little bit. People who have like written their names on like game cartridges and stuff, I love that. I think we've talked about this, I know, but I think that's adorable. That's one of my favorite things. I also love like Blockbuster and like Hollywood Video. They used to like fucking literally brand their logo into the back of the cart. So like it would be like hot fucking metal on plastic branding. And I fucking love those. I would love to have one of those in particular. I don't even care what game. But nobody's looking for that, so I don't know if I could just go on eBay. They say fall asleep, your body might need it. I'll then be up at 2 a.m. That's me. Yeah, if I went to bed right now, I'd be up at like 2 a.m. and that would be it. I'd be up for the day. Complete in box Final Fantasy VII with my cousin's name in Sharpie. I love that for you. I have so many like loose DS cartridges that just have like the kid's name on the back, and I love it. It's like when you find like a children's book or something, and it's got like the kid's name like scrolled in there, like all hastily. I love that. That's so somebody loved that. You know what I mean? It makes me very happy. Oop. Anything does more for the value than water grading. Water grading is bullshit. I fucking hate grading for comic books, and I hate grading for video games even more. Comic books, you can like buy a trade. You can just buy a trade, and you can totally like just read the trade, and it's completely fine. If you grade a fucking video game, first of all, how do you know there's a game in there? You don't. You don't know that the game is still in there. I feel like 20 years from now, we're gonna find out that these people like took the games out, put a weight in, graded them, and then sold them for a bunch of money. I don't fucking know. I don't trust them. Second of all, I want to play the fucking game. Play the video game. Why would I want a game that I can't play? It's like, what am I gonna do? Buy a second version of the game loose or emulate it, which no one wants you to do? What are your choices? Who else here used a Space Maker crayon box to hold all of their Game Boy Advance and DS games? I had like a pencil box. A pencil box that said like reading is fundamental. And I kept all of my Game Boy cartridges in there. I had to go into work to cover for someone tomorrow, so I may be going to bed in a little bit, but I didn't want to miss a Liz stream. Oh, well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, but if you need to sleep, I totally understand. Why is our brains like this? I ask myself that every day, and I also ask my therapist that bi-weekly. And I don't know. Boop. That's me. I'm Liz. Yeah, that's the worst part about like trying to collect like Game Boy carts and like GBC and GBA is like nobody has the original boxes. Who has the original fucking boxes, you know? But like then you just have a bunch of like loose tiny cartridges that you could absolutely lose, and I have. Yeah, I think it was Logan Paul. He got like ripped off on Pokemon cards, which good. Fuck Logan Paul. Get the fuck out of my hobbies, Logan Paul. I'm tired of you. Get out of wrestling. Leave me alone. Just stop. Stay out of forests. Go away. The explains me. Samesies. I have the original Pokemon Pinball box, but it's pretty fragile. I also have the original Pokemon Pinball box. I do have that. I don't have the Ruby and Sapphire Pinball box because that's really expensive. But I had to re-buy Pokemon Pinball for the Game Boy Color because I lost my copy years ago. I have no idea what happened to it. I found my Game Boy Color. I didn't find my cartridges. I don't know where they went. Granted, I only had like 4 or 5. But I had to rebuy it, so I was like, I'm just gonna buy it in box. Fuck it. I exhaled today at work and a frustrated sigh, and my coworker said, yes, exactly. Yeah, agreed. I only have a couple of like Game Boy games still in box. I have Frogger in box. I have Frogger. I have Pokemon Pinball in box, which those were my 2 childhood Game Boy games, so I was happy for that. I have like one of the Game & Watches, like the Game & Watch galleries. And then I have Mario Land, the coins one. I have that one. God, I can't remember the name of it. And then I have like Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for Game Boy Advance. I think that was. I have the box for that. I think that's it. I only have a couple in box. Book Logan Paul in a cage match with Nick Gage first. Fine. Fine. You can have that. Someone got on to me a few years ago for making repro boxes, but I like the boxes and not spending $40 on cardboard. My thing about repro boxes, if you're just using them for yourself with the understanding that you are going to remember that those are repro boxes and never sell them, and try to sell them as like anything other than a repro box, totally fine. I don't care. I do not care. Who gives a fuck? Like, there are a couple of games that I would consider buying repro boxes for, just to have. Yeah, exactly. And I know you wouldn't, Jacob. I'm certainly not speaking to say you would. But like, as somebody who has bought a repro box that was being sold as an original and then had to go back and argue about it, like, it pisses me off. Don't sell your shit, or like, if you're a game store and you get a repro box and you know it's a repro box, don't try to pass it off as an original. I fucking hate that shit. Don't do that. Like, that cardboard from that time is very distinctive. You're gonna know. You know what I mean? Zach is redeemed to add a frog. Hi, Zach. I hope work's okay. I'm gonna add that frog just for you. Here you go. This frog right there, that's your frog. That's your frog. Okay. Alright, let's try another round. I'm not, like, fully paying attention, so that's a problem. But also I'm running on fumes today, so deal with it. We get to go home early? God, I wish. Also, it's Z-A-C-K, just for anyone who wants to know how to spell Zach's name. Boop, 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 boop. I'm sorry I used the less cool spelling. That's how he feels too. I feel like I usually don't ever say anything if somebody misspells something. I do not care, but like names I'll mention. Like, I'm not gonna get mad on anyone's behalf, but I'll mention. But people who just like call out people's spelling, fuck you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, let's see. I need to catch a Pokemon. Please let me catch a Pokemon. This is so much harder. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just because I'm playing it on something different. I'm having such a hard time with it. And I'm gonna make excuses all day about it. All day. Hi, Allie. How are you? There. Nailed it. Boop. Okay. Who's that Pokemon? Boop. Come on. Come on. No, it's Clefairy. Sorry. Why can't I get these angles? Oh my god. Oh my god. Now there's one of them. Oh. There you go. There you go. Fuck you. There we go. When in doubt, tilt. Fuck it. It's Tentacool. Fuck. I did like a test round of this, and I did just as badly, but I did get a Torchic, so I was very excited. I was like, is that a motherfucking Torchic in this economy for free? Oh my god. There we go. We got one. We did it. Oh yeah, I also couldn't get my webcam to cooperate, so that lovely little VTube model that I have, couldn't use it. It's just been a time. It's been a time today. There's a reason why this stream was a half hour late. Also, my brother stopped by. I'm just full of excuses today, don't mind me. I gave him my keys because he had to stop into my place and feed my cat while I was out. And then I just never got my keys back, and I like totally forgot about it because I don't leave my apartment. And I was like, hey, can I get my keys back? It's been like almost a week. And he was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm like, it's fine, so did I. Oh, there's an egg there. Whoop! I just bought 2 cute little rubber ducky keychain accessories for my moped keyring. I got 1 teal and 1 yellow. Nice! How's the moped treating you? Is it warm enough there to be riding on it? That's egg. I saw egg. Yes, up there. There it is. It's egg time. Who's in the egg? Who's in the egg? No, they were my only keys. Like, I have a set and Zach has a set, of course. And I don't know, like, I had, like, the fob, so, like, I could drive if I needed to. But I did nothing all week while I was home. I played, 36 hours of Fortnite. That's about all I did. That's about it. I wore a hoodie, leather jacket, heat packs, and my gloves. It's good, but it's been cold. Fair enough. Jedi's redeemed egg. I will egg. Hold on. I will no, I'm sorry. Yes, egg. I will egg. Egg should work. Egg. There we go. Thank you. Playing games with the homies is the best decisions. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. I love hanging with the homies. Boop. Boop. I was gonna ask because I saw you on Fortnite a lot, but if I'm seeing someone playing 36 hours of Fortnite, I'm not gonna interfere. We've all been there. I'd never played, like, okay, so that's not true. I played Fortnite once, years ago, like around when it first came out, I think. And I played it like once. It was like back when you still had to build and everything. And I had no idea what I was doing. It was on my fucking Xbox 360. This is how long ago this was. I died immediately. And then I was like, this game sucks. And I turned it off and I never played it again. I just went right back to Call of Duty. And then when they announced they had like a no build, I was like, okay, that would be really good because the building annoyed the shit out of me. I didn't like it. And then I just never thought about it ever again. I didn't play it because I had like a couple of friends that were playing it pretty heavily last year, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I guess like a new season came out, so everybody was playing it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check it out. It is just immediate dopamine. It's just it's so satisfying. Even if you die, you're like, okay, I opened a bunch of chests, I got some cool stuff, and like we're good to go. So yeah, it sucked me in real quick. Plus, like, I love shooters. Like, I haven't played shooters in a long time, but like my game for years was Call of Duty. It was like one of the only games I played. So I love it. But how much has Fortnite changed, by the way? I've only played it once too. There's a lot in there. There's a lot in there. There's a lot of licensed characters that I would not expect. Like, getting like sniped by Lady Gaga is a humbling experience, I gotta tell you. But yeah. Honestly, them making it no build really brought the game back up because I started playing after that too. Yeah. Also, hi Charlie, how are you? Peter Family Guy's ripped now. It's true. Yeah. I like playing with people, and I feel bad because I got Zach into it now too, because he didn't like it either. But he used to play PUBG a lot. So I think like for him, he didn't like it because like it, you know, it was PUBG. But like, you know, with flossing. So he wasn't a fan. So I got him back into it, and then we played like all weekend. So I was like, sorry about that. We're just Fortniting. I don't know what to tell you. But we do really well together. I forgot how good Zach is at shooters. Like, he really is. Because we used to play Call of Duty together all the time. We used to be in I forget what it's called in Call of Duty. I think it's a clan. Which, terrible name. But, like a squad, basically. We used to be in a group with a couple of friends. And we would play constantly, and him and I would play constantly. We'd just turn on Dome with, like, bots and just fucking, like, try to drag each other out. Or Nuketown. Nuketown is a great map. So, like, we were playing, I think the first time we played, or the first time he played and he and I played together, we won. I was like, oh, okay. And then we won like 5 times in a fucking row, and I was like, all right, I remember this. So, every season changes the game up quite a bit. We had Dragon Ball, and we also had Star Wars with lightsabers. I heard the Star Wars one was really fun. Right now it's Greek mythology with weapons from the gods. I am gonna cry if they, like, when they get rid of the Chains of Hades, because that is my favorite fucking weapon. It is like no contest. When you're up close with somebody, just pull out the chains. Those things have saved my ass so many times. I've heard a lot of skins in that Ariana Grande concert thing, and that's it. I don't know anything about that. But I'm having a really good time with it. I'm having a lot of fun. It's time to find a cryptid. Come here, you. Oh, no, come on. This is so hard. Why is this so hard? There we go. Okay. But yeah, you know, there comes a time in every person's life when they have to just rot at their desk playing video games. Yeah, I know, Charlie. It's, I don't care for it, but that's what they called it. It is what they called it. I want to get my little, you get like a little x-ray vision pack there, but I can't do it. That's fine. There we go. Get over here, you little bugger. I feel so bad when he lands in the puddle. Like, I'm sorry, little dude. Which is more, cryptid, Kecleon, or Sableye? Sableye! Sableye's based on a cryptid. No contest. Are we trying to knock over? Yeah, we gotta knock him down, and then he eventually surrenders. He puts a little white flag up. Wow. There we go. Like, I feel bad, but this is the minigame. There he goes. I adore Sableye, little goblin man. He's just a little guy. He goes, But yeah, that was my whole week. That was like pretty much my whole week off. We took a little road trip, like a little day trip. And then, which was very nice. And then we went, nowhere else. And did nothing else. And then Zach was only off for like 2 days. I was off the whole week. I just had some PTO that I had to burn through. That's the other thing too, is like, when I have PTO to burn through, usually he doesn't, because like his PTO rolls over at the beginning of the year, whereas mine does in April. So I went to I went to a particular museum, and then I visited a friend. That is where I will leave that. It was very nice. Halibert, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so because like our PTO doesn't really line up very well, usually it ends up that around March I end up taking like a week or two off, and he just doesn't have the PTO yet. He doesn't have it saved yet. So I end up taking like the time off by myself, which means that I just stay home, which is fine with me. I like being at home. But it does typically mean that I'm either rotting in bed or I'm rotting in front of a console or a computer screen. I absolutely forgot that I played the crap out of this when I stole it from my cousin as a kid. Nice. I took off Wednesday to do my taxes, see my mom, dog, and clean. Yeah. That sounds good. I got my taxes done this year. It's really expensive, and I hate it. But I don't... So, when you stream on Twitch, when you have, like, the affiliate status, you get two forms. You get a 1099 miscellaneous, and you get a 1099 NEC, which is for the bits, because bits can't be tracked as monetary for some reason. So you get like a separate form for the bits. You have to make like over like $600 in bits in order to get that form, so you don't always get it, especially if you don't have a lot of bit donations, which is nice. But because of those forms, I've done my own taxes my whole adult life. I used to just do paper forms, and then when that got too complicated because I had a liquor license when I was waitressing, I used H&R Block, and then eventually I switched to TurboTax, as we all do. But once like the Twitch stuff started happening, I realized I couldn't do this on my own anymore. I can't do the 1099. I'm so scared that I'm gonna fuck it up because it's just nothing I've ever dealt with before. Plus, I have like a couple of other things that I have like that are tax documents that are kind of complex. So I'm like, I have like a dividends thing or whatever. So I'm like, I don't want to do this by myself anymore. I'd rather have like someone prepare it. So I went to like a genuine fucking accountant, tax preparer person, and got it done. And they called me today and they were like, your taxes are ready to be picked up. It's gonna be blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, that's more money than I've ever spent on preparing my taxes. It hurts. I returned with food and tea. Wonderful. I'm happy to hear it. Thank you for the tea reminder, by the way. I got $7 back, which means I'm good at math, but also very disappointing. Woof. I got 466 back. That's not bad. My mom does mine. That's fair. My mom never did my taxes. I don't know why. I'm sure she would have if I had asked, but my mom always filed for my parents, because obviously my parents were married, so they filed jointly. So she would always do the filing. And I just remember how frustrated she would get. She would like, half the time she would like be crying. Because we're a family of criers, it's what we do. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to ask you to do mine too. I really don't. Especially when I was still like waitressing, because I worked in a different state than where I lived. And the state that I worked in, sorry, required a liquor license to wait tables at all. Even if like the place you worked in didn't have liquor or sell liquor, you still needed a liquor license, I think, which was really weird. But it was good for like 5 years or something like that, which was nice. But because I had a liquor license, even though I wasn't taxed out of my state or out of that state, and I didn't like have anything else to do with it, or vice versa, the state I lived in, I don't remember. But I had to file 2 state taxes basically. So I had to file straight zeros for one and then my actual tax return for the other. So it was a pain in the ass. And I was like, I'm not gonna make my mom do that. I'm just gonna do it myself. I went from TurboTax to H&R after we bought the house and it got too complicated. The last time I went to H&R Block, I actually like got my taxes prepared by somebody because I just started this job. And before I worked at this job, I had worked 2 jobs. I was a waitress, and then I worked at a law firm, like a law office, I'll say. It wasn't anything like crazy big or anything. But I worked at a law office. I was a legal assistant. And then I worked as a waitress. So I had 3 W-2s that year in 2 different states. And I was like, I can't do this. So I went to H&R Block, and they fucked my taxes up so royally that I was still like writing checks to the IRS. Just randomly. I would just get a letter in the mail and it'd be like, hey, you owe us like $125. And I'm like, what? And then like they were like, okay, now you owe us like $75. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And like I'd call H&R Block and they'd be like, oh, we'll fix it. And then they'd be like, oh, we can't fix it. And I was like, what the hell is happening? And also they fucked up my taxes 3 times. I had to go in and like sign off on changes to H&R Blocks like 3 times. It was ridiculous. I'm like, I'm never going back here. And it was like $250. And I was like, fuck y'all. Absolutely not. I can fuck up my own taxes. How dare you? So I steer clear of H&R Block. I used them when you could free file on their website if you made like under a certain threshold. And when I was waitressing and going to college, I made like just under that for a while. So it was free to file, but it was an e-file thing. I wasn't going through a preparer. And I would never use them for my real taxes. Like, I would never use like, well, I would never like have somebody prepare them. Like an actual like person. Absolutely not. It's the big boy, yeah. Yeah, the online software is fine. I never had any problems with the H&R online software. It's just using an accountant, like a CPA there. Absolutely not. Never again. Never again. I couldn't believe how badly she fucked up my taxes. Heracross. Did Heracross? I'm trying to catch him. I'm doing my best. But I am half paying attention. Please, can I send a chat now? Twitch mobile pretty please. Oh, Jedi. Are you back? Is Pincer? I'm not gonna lie. I love this version of Pokemon Pinball. I'm not good at this gen. At all. Like the Ruby and Sapphire gen I know very little about. Because I never played it. There he is. Shitty hotel Wi-Fi be like, aww. Hi Sopa, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm sorry you have bad hotel Wi-Fi. I do know that feeling. I was in a hotel 2 weeks ago, and the Wi-Fi was garbage. And I wanted to play the Princess Peach demo, and I couldn't download it. Ruby and Sapphire are the ones I'm most familiar with. I've played through them like 6 or 7 times. Ooh, gotcha. At least it works now. Hello, Jedi. How are you? I hope you're in a hotel for a good reason, at least. I got Princess Peach for my birthday. It's so cute. I saw you got the pastel pink Joy-Cons, too. I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie. Whoop. Hi, Smoothie. Tired from spring cleaning and excitedly lurk? All right. Enjoy your lurk. Well, I hope you got some good cleaning done. I hope it was very satisfying. No, stop throwing rocks at me. I need to hit you. I have a lot of trouble with this one in particular. This is a rough bonus stage. Nope. I like, what's the whale's name? I always call him Kroger. No. Yeah, Kroger, that one. Not Whale Lord. I know Whale Lord. I promise, Jacob. I would never disappoint you like that. But the other bonus stage has, for like the blue level, obviously, has that one. And that one's a lot easier. There we go. I finally got one hit in. Catch him and name him Crouton Baker? I can't catch him. He just runs away like a coward. Like the coward he is. Nope, not today. Not today. Okay, there we go. No rocks. No rocks. Sorry, you said Gen 3 whale and I got excited. I understand. I understand. It's hard not to get excited about Whale Lord. Let's be real. I don't know if I'm gonna get this guy. I might. I will say, between Pokemon Pinball and Pokemon Pinball GBA, I do prefer the mini games for the Game Boy Color way more. Way more. I think these mini games are fine, but I don't know, like the Pokemon Pinball for the Game Boy Color mini games were just, I don't know, I just like them a lot better. I feel like they were a lot better. They were a lot easier to navigate. The Mew one, or the Mewtwo one fucking ruled. Hexcoburg. Where's my chapstick? Hold on, I have to get my nightstand chapstick. I've lost my desk chapsticks. That's who I am as a person. Okay. Don't mind my very creaky chair. Ah! Oh, trying to get me. Trying to get me. I'm in a chapstick shortage, and this is what the game does to me. We're probably gonna die right now. Nope. Not today, Satan. Oh, I can get another ball. I have too much money. Oh no. Oh, I fucked up. Well. Hi. Hello. How are you, dear? I keep seeing you stream at like 3 in the morning, and I'm like, Amy? Boo Boo, you okay? Oh, there she go. I'm good. I love you. Oh my god, I've missed you. The funny thing is that clearly, like, I'm not usually awake at 3 in the morning because my life is not as cool. But I'll wake up and I'll have like the Twitch notification. It's like Skinny Burrito went live, and I'm like, oh. I told her the other day she should be in bed. Oh, calling Amy out like this. That's rough. I miss you so much. I miss you. I hope you're doing good. I hope school's going well. I think you're still in school. I hope it's going well. God, I wish I could still stay up till 3. I'm in tears. I've been degenerate. You graduate? Oh my god! Congratulations! Boom! I'm so proud of you! I was waiting for a ride to work and Amy was streaming. Thank you so much for the papas. Of course. Oh my god. If I'm up at 3 a.m., there's a problem. I wish I could still stay up until 3 a.m. The problem is that I could absolutely still stay up until 3 in the morning, but I can't. I like, oh my god, I was talking about this earlier today. Like, I am meant to be up late. Like, that's just my natural rhythm, and it sucks because I can't. I have to work a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 4:30. So, it is what it is. Cause like, I have no problem staying up all night, and I typically function better at night than I do in the morning. I'd say at the very least, I'm an afternoon person. That is it. I can still stay up till 3 a.m. and I really should not. Fair. Night Owl Liz? Oh my god, Amy, you have no idea. That's all I used to be. I never went to bed before like 3 a.m. I used to also have terrible insomnia, so there was a lot of times where I just didn't sleep. And that still comes back. Sometimes just for no reason, but especially like if I have time off, my brain just goes, okay, well, I don't have any obligations, so uh, we just do what we want now. I'm like, no, please. Your brain indulges. My brain is a hedonist, just like me. Where are my delayed sleep phase babes at? Right here. My God. I work 7 to 3 / 7 to 6, so I can't stay up really late. I leave for work at 6:15, so I'm up at 5:15. That's how it was when I was still commuting. That's usually when I would be up. So it sucked. It really sucked. And I would go to bed at like, well, I was supposed to go to bed at like 11. Sometimes I did. The problem is that my body demands 8 hours of sleep, so I stay up until 3. I'll be up at 11. So the problem with my body is my body does not want to sleep, but when it does, when it's like naturally sleeping the way that it should, I need 9 to 10 hours of sleep. I have to have it. So, and I never get that much sleep. You just don't. Like, unless I'm going to bed at like 9 o'clock, I'm not doing it. So, like, I never get enough sleep. I just never get enough sleep. It's just not how it works. So, sorry I never get to reply. I'm playing Overwatch right now, so I'm getting sweaty. Oh my God. I love this game. I love this game too. Hope you're having fun. I am. I love this game. I grew up on the Game Boy Color Pokemon Pinball and discovered this a few years back, and I just adore it. I hope Overwatch is going well. I hope you're dunking on everybody. Everybody's here. We got the Gorf, we got the Scoopa the Crispy, we got everybody. There was a Pandoops in here earlier, there was a Misfire, all sorts of peeps. I don't really want to leave this area yet, so I don't think I'm going to. We're just gonna... Oh no, well, we're not doing anything. We're gonna lose our ball. So happy to see you streaming. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. I missed you so much. I'm so happy you graduated. Oh my God. I'm so glad that you get to have this little degenerate phase. Everyone should be a little bit of a degenerate after they graduate. Just for a little while. Just have some bed rotting time, you know, some quality bed rot. We deserve it. It's International Women's Month. So many people and so much pinball. Hell yeah. Everybody loves Pokemon Pinball. Okay, let me down now. We get to degen as a treat. As a treat. Silicone, yeah. That's right, it's still March. My brain is already in April, so I forgot. So true, time for bed rot. Hell yeah. We love rotting in bed. What's that fucking meme that I'm in a good place right now? Not mentally. I'm just in my bed. That's me. My brain needs to be in April. I got things to do in April, and I got a plan for them. April is gonna be me and Zach's 16-year anniversary. Probably playing something. I cannot rot in bed. My brain demands doing and Coco demands outside. Well, the queen gets what the queen wants. Happy early anniversary. Thank you. Dear Lord, that's long. I know, right? I'm kind of attached, you could say. I'm a big fan. I stan. Sorry. I'm sorry, I do not stan. How are you not sick of each other? How do you feel after 16 years together? It feels like yesterday. That's just kind of how it is. Like, I feel like when you get older, everything feels like it just happened. Relationships are no different. You know, we've been together since we were basically kids. He was 19 and I was 21. So the nice thing is, like, when you start dating somebody that young, you both kind of like have that capture of one another in your brain. I don't know how to explain it, but you feel that young when you're around one another. because of that. And I love that, honestly. That's so sweet. I hate it. Oh, sorry. Time for me to go sleepy. Good night, Carla. Is usually a furry monster in my bed? Well, you know. You literally grew up together and you and your child love each other? Yeah. It's kind of like that. And honestly, like, that's how my parents always were. Because my parents were high school sweethearts. And they got married right after my mom graduated. Because I think my dad was a year above her. So that's how they always were. So that was my model. I was like, yeah, that's what I like. I like that. I want that. Because they were just like fucking goofballs together. And that's what me and Zach are. So, but yeah, it's one of those things, like, whenever people are like, oh, you know, being together and like being in a relationship or being married or whatever, like, it's hard work. It's hard work. No, it's not. It's really not. You got to have the talks. You have to have the talks. Like, that's important, but it shouldn't be hard. It just shouldn't be. If it's hard, I don't know about that. I'll be growing increasingly anxious that I'll never find love. Of course you will. Of course you will. You hush. I know people who are in relationships and married and together for, you know, like 2 decades. And, you know, that ended up falling apart and they found somebody who was even better for them, you know? Gotta be easy and not hard, yeah. Funny you say that, List. No, it's... If you want it, you'll find it. You'll find it. I went to a wedding Saturday. Oh, yeah? I do love weddings. I'm a little mushy. I do love love. It makes me very happy. I'm like, Gonna marry Gojo Sazerac? I believe in you. Go out and get them. Get them. I can safely report that the straights are not okay. I'm afraid. I'm listening, but I'm afraid. As long as I can have Yuki, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, feels good. Shoko too. Amy's getting a reverse harem. I respect the hustle. Oh, it's Loud Boy. Hang on. Well, thank the powers that be. This one did not have a unity cross or talk about how a wife must serve her husband. The last wedding I went to was a lesbian nerd wedding, and it was the best wedding I've ever been to. I love that for you. It had a lot of Jesus, and a lot of it won't be easy. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, and granted, like, I'm not married, so I don't know if it's different, like, when, like, that happens. I don't think it is. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time now. Like, you know, there's always something that like I've heard before that I think is just a really good way to look at things is like, do you want to get married, Liz? Oh, we were planning on it before COVID. We had a venue booked and everything. It's just kind of like it'll happen when it happens. I'd like to eventually. I would at least like to like get power of attorney set up for one another, just because I want to be the one to make like medical decisions and shit if anything goes to pot. So, but it would just be a courthouse at this point because we did like the whole like planning venues and shit, and all of that fell apart, and it was like, all right, fuck that. But like, I don't know. So I feel like a really good way to look at a relationship, like a long-term relationship, is like you're always going to have that argument. Do you know what I mean? It's like that one argument. It's not a hill to die on, but it's like the one recurring thing that will always come up. And that's very true. Like it's just something that happens in most relationships. There's always that one thing. And it's not necessarily something that could be ongoing. It could be just something that gets revisited a lot. And I feel like the problem is for a lot of people, because the thing you have to do in a relationship is decide if that one argument is your hill to die on. If that's a make or break, then that's, that is what it is. It's either gonna make you or break you. If it's just something where you can live with it, then fine. But that's the thing you have to figure out is like, can you live with that? And that, I think that's like the foundation for a lot of relationships, because there's always going to be one fucking thing. And like, we have a thing. I'm not going to go into what it is, but everybody has one thing. It's just that thing is not worth ending everything over. It's not even close to worth it. But some people, they're like, oh, you got to pick your battles, and their battle is like, my husband hides our finances. No, 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 no. That's not the thing. That's not the thing. Like, the thing could be like, it takes a long time to get, my wife to open up and, and talk about feelings. We have to kind of like chisel, and then eventually she'll come around. Or we can't we can't do this thing because it like we'll never agree on it. Or we have this one thing that we just simply don't see eye to eye on. So we just leave it there. Like things like that. And granted, I can't think of like super good examples because I only have my thing. I only have my thing, and I feel like my thing's totally manageable. But like everybody has like one thing. I don't think you should have too much more than that. Like if if you're annoyed because they said they were gonna do the dishes and they didn't, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? One of you had a bad day and you're not super talkative. Who fucking cares? But like some people, like they act like that's like the end of the world, and it's just so hard and it's so awful. Or like they're like, yeah, it's hard work because my husband keeps cheating on me. No. 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 I don't know. Yeah, like a habit you might have to work around. Yeah, exactly. Or like, I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. I feel like the problem is that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like, some things you just have to let go. You just have to choose your battles. But their battles are things that should be fought. And it's like, my husband makes fun of me in public to his friends, or, like the fucking boomer hate my wife shit. That's not it. That's not the thing. Like my parents, like they had their thing. They had their thing, and I won't get into that either because that's not my story. But they always had their one thing. But like I never heard my dad talk shit about my mom to anyone. That was just no. And like, my parents were like crazy about each other up until the day my dad died. They were nuts for one another. So it doesn't have to be that way. It sucks to see like so many couples do that though. It really does. Loudred, I preferred Quiet Purple myself. I prefer Quiet Riot, if that's all right. The ups and downs being cheating or being mean is wild to me. Same. I've done so many couples where like it's always the husband, and he was just so fucking mean to his wife. I'm like, why? Why are you even with them? And then you figure it's because their parents raised them to just think that a woman was gonna take care of them. So that's what they expect. Like, no. One of my best friends has been dating a guy for like 5 years, and it took him 3 years to say I love you. No, I'd be out. I'd be out immediately. Absolutely. 3 years? I don't know. Good parts about wedding though, the bride made her dress using parts of both her grandmother's dresses, and it was gorgeous. I love that. The reception at a Pittsburgh cookie table. I love that. And some bangers to dance to. One of the most famous conservative couples, like they have many published books about Jesus through marriage, is going through a controversy where the husband is deconstructing, and I am eating. It takes me 3 minutes. Why lie? I'm saying. Also, just openly and honestly talking about problems without does wonders. Yeah, just like, if you're just going into it, just be like, cards on the table, here's how I feel right now. I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like confronting issues is something that it's a learned behavior. And if you don't have like a good, like, foundation for that, if you don't have like the skills to do that, it's gonna get fucked up. Like, you have to be able to go into an argument without being accusatory. And honestly, that's something that I had to learn. Like, it's something that you have to learn, because again, these are learned behaviors, and I was really bad about that, and I still fall back into that from time to time, where I'll be like, you did this, you made this happen, and it's like, no, 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 no. And like, I'm the one with the hot temper, so I have to step back. But like, if you can't like do that, then don't have the argument. And that's the thing you have to learn, is either like you need to approach this calmly and you need to approach this rationally, and you need to lay it out in a way that's not accusatory, or you need to not have that conversation right now. Bottom line. The wedding I went to with the Unity Cross and wives serving husbands, my brother and I secretly refer to as the blink twice if you need help. Oh no. You have to keep practicing, or else it causes so many more issues. And that's true with all relationships, friendships, everything. You have to do that. I feel bad because she wanted to be married by 30, but her ex-fiance did some pretty bad shit, and then this guy, and it's like, yeah, that's not happening. Ugh. Putting time caps on life milestones is not it. Agreed. You can't do that. You can't just be like, if I'm not married, if we're not married by the time I'm 22, I'm out. No, you can't do that. Also, like, why put time caps on your milestones anyway? You're gonna go at your own pace no matter what. And like, your friends who are getting married at 23 are probably gonna get divorced. All of mine did. So, like, you can just go at your own pace. I mean, I've always considered myself a pretty late bloomer. It took me a long time to do a lot of things. And I'm totally comfortable with that, because I'm not gonna do anything that I'm not comfortable doing. I'm just not. It's very sad to see what people settle for just to reach that time goal. Agreed. And I understand, like, for some women, it's like, I want to have a family by this age. But, like, also, like, I don't know, like, look at who you're thinking about starting a family with. Is this person worth starting a family with? Do you want to be tied to this person forever? Like, I don't get that at all. Why would you want that? Like, this man who won't wash his ass? That's who you want to start a family with? I don't know. Pokemon Pinball gets deep. It's because I'm just like fucking talking. I'm telling you, you can't let me talk. I don't stop. I don't know when to stop talking. That's me. I don't have any filter. If you give me the opportunity, I will just word vomit. Pokemon Pinball is the mind opener. It's kind of fucked up. It makes perfect sense to me. I missed you so much, and hearing your thoughts and everyone's experiences too. Oh my god, I missed you too. Yeah, I don't know. Every time somebody's like, marriage is hard work, it's immediate side eye from me. I don't know. Like, yeah, there's some things that you're gonna have to figure out, because you have to figure out how to share your life with somebody, and that's a challenge. I'm not gonna argue that. That's obviously a challenge. You have to put somebody else's thoughts in mind. You have to keep somebody else's feelings in mind. You have to keep what's best for them and you in mind. That can be tough, but if you love somebody, it should be doable. By all, it should be completely doable. Therapist pulls out the SP. Life Lessons with Liz is my favorite story time. Oh my god, you guys are the best. I feel like all that stuff is very true, though. It has to work for you both. Yeah. 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 I don't know. I feel bad for people who... I don't know. I feel bad for people who just, like, give up a part of themselves for somebody else who is just gonna take advantage of it. That hurts. My anxiety stems less from feeling like I'm running out of time and more from the fact that my dating pool is roughly a puddle in Barnes and Noble. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Barnes and Noble parking lot. Well, at least they're reading. I don't know. Oh, fuck. Breaks my heart seeing so many straight people with their male partners who make their lives harder. Yeah. I'm already fairly certain there's only 4 lesbians in this state. Oh, there's more than that, but they're also married to men. Sorry to tell you. Oh, boy. They're already married to each other. Oh, Jedi. Oh, boy. Yeah. It sucks. You know, like, systemically, like, fucking heteronormative, heteronormative? I can't think of the term right now, but, you know, like, male-female marriage. Systemically, it's problematic at best. It's just rough. It's just rough all around. It's like, most men in our society are just taught, like, not to take care of themselves because they'll marry a woman who will do it for them. It's ingrained in them. It's like, no, I'm not here to wipe your ass. That's not how it's gonna be. Like, I don't know, like, so many people, I feel like so many people I know were raised by, like, parents who motherfucking hated each other. Just hated each other. And they were either divorced or they needed to be. Like, no therapy, nothing. Like, I don't know. I like... It sets such a terrible, like, precedent for a kid, you know? It's like, oh, this is what it's supposed to look like. I'm supposed to joke about hating my wife. I'm supposed to, like, you know, get mad that she wants me to quote-unquote babysit our children. Like, well, first of all, it's not babysitting your own children. You're parenting. Go parent. But, second of all, like, I don't know. You know, I read a lot about, like, the mental load, like, the emotional labor that a woman has to do in any marriage and any partnership. With a cis man, and it's so disheartening. Guess you have to move to Oregon. What a shame. Oh no. I have a couple of non-negotiable hang-ups that severely limit my options. That's fair. Men should not be allowed, period. The exceptions are already no. A lot of great stuff, not great stuff tied to it, yeah. I'd make my parents mad by telling them their example of what not to do. Oof. I mean, if it's true, it's true. I have a plush of that little baby. He's so cute. Is that Plusle? Even a lot of the old traditions of weddings aren't great. Yeah, I mean, it's all transfer of property. That's all marriage, like, traditional wedding ceremonies are. It's a transfer of property. You're basically signing a deed that is a person. It's very problematic. When my brother and I were very little, Dad took us to a park. Someone asked, are you babysitting today? And she thought she meant literally, and he just said, no, they're mine. Yeah! Like, why? First of all, fuck you. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing with, like, men with children? It's like, oh, you're babysitting. No! That's their child. They are parenting that child. That's not how this works. And it's so fucking infuriating to me because by default, you are saying that the mother is the only caregiver, the primary caregiver, and sole caregiver for those children. And so then what is the man's role? Because we are working full-time out here. But even just, like, little shit, like, there's a lot of mental load stuff that just comes, even if you don't have children, because, like, you know, a lot of the time, like, as a woman in a relationship like that, you are the one thinking about what needs to be gotten for the household. You are the one keeping tabs on any items that are running out. You're the one buying things to improve the household. Like, the household is, like, forefront of mind. And it's difficult to get out of that thought process. And, like, granted, like, Zach's pretty good at that. I don't have many complaints there, truly. But that was also something that, like, we both had to learn, because I just immediately was like, yeah, no, the home is my place. I will do all the home things. And then I was like, wait, why the fuck am I the one doing all the home things? Why would this be my thing? So that was an easy conversation, thankfully. But like, it's a hard thing to get out of because that's in your head as much as it is in their head. They want to be the dad without actually doing anything to take care of the child. Yeah, I think that's true. Congratulations, you own a wife. Blah. In some countries, they have dowries, which has a lot of implications. You are buying a person. Like, that... Yeah. I don't like it. It's all ingrained and it's a journey to unlearn for both parties. It really is. It really is. And, like, honestly, I never thought about it when I was younger. I never thought about, like, the mental load, the emotional labor that just comes from being a woman in a, you know, from the outside, a heteronormative relationship. I am not hetero. But, you know, I'm not gonna get into that because that's a whole other thing that angers up my blood. Anyway, but, you know, it's a hard thing to unlearn because, like, I came into the relationship thinking that too. You know, thinking I had my role and him thinking he had his role, and then we were both like, why the fuck would we do it this way? Wait, why? Get into it. Jedi, if Portland doesn't work out, Seattle has a good amount too. Let me tell you, the scene where I live, also pretty hoppin'. I saw some study recently that said women tend to do more parenting, caregiving tasks for children, but when asked who does more, women tended to say they did more and men tended to say it was equally split. Of course they did! It's not babysitting when Sean hangs with me. It's father-daughter time. God. Yep. That's exactly right. If Seattle doesn't work out, California, pretty much anywhere, like anywhere like Metro where you are not currently living. Good odds. Better odds, anyway. I don't... do I want to travel? No, I'm gonna stay. I don't know. The division of labor in these relationships are so fucking wild to me. I don't understand. Especially when kids are involved. That drives me crazy. Like... people dads who like don't even know who their kid's teacher is, like they don't know where to like pick their kids up at school, they don't know anything about their doctors, their medical like information, their extracurriculars. What do you do? What are you doing like all day if you're not thinking about your family and like what needs to be done? Like, is it just like that old fucking cartoon of the cow playing ukulele going in their head 24/7? Because, like, what else are you doing? Literally just vibes? I'm saying. Technically Houston and Austin too, but it's going to be on fire soon. Well, that's something to think about, yeah. I don't know, it's so wild to me. Like, it's wild to me in so many ways because one, like, I could never imagine, like, just letting one of the parents get away with fucking not being involved in any way, shape, or form. Like, if I had a child, absolutely the fuck not am I handling everything for that child. But also because I'm child-free, and I chose that when I was a child. And have stuck with that since. So like that instinct is not within me. It is not there. I don't know how I would fare with childcare. And I can't imagine being the sole person in charge of it. That is horrifying. Apparently they're thinking about Rome. Yep, they're thinking about Rome. That's it. That's what's happening. Apparently, if you don't have to worry about your kids, you can just think about the goddamn Roman Empire all day. Fun fact! They're like, what's women's Roman Empire? I don't know, fucking the fact that they're women and they have to think about that all the fucking time? My Roman Empire, being aware of my gender. Fuck you. Balancing a child and another man-child, right. My image of dad's TM was just a fat old guy who never leaves the lounge chair till dinner because all of my uncles were just that. Yeah, yeah. We got Cascoon. Liz, I was talking to a few friends about that and we decided the answer to it is capitalism. Valid. Yeah, I buy that. The amount of women I know that refer to their husbands as their nth child makes me want to scream. Why? Leave. So many of these women, I just want to just shake them a little and be like, you are already a single parent. Just go be a single parent. This is doing nothing for you. You can get a roommate, probably. I know people who have kids and have a roommate. It's fine. Like, go find your village, because right now this man is your dumpster behind a Taco Bell. He's not helping. Better community than that, man. I'm just saying. You get a roommate and child support. It's true. Or the people I know who go, I have ex-children and a husband? No. No. Girl, it's a wonderful day to dump him. I don't know. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I am not about that life. I'm so glad. Time to go. It's Seal. Well, forget this guy's name. It's basketball time. There are also Sfiels here, and that's what's really important. Celio? Is their name Celio? You gotta be kidding me. That's adorable. I gotta try and get him up. Oh, dang it. I missed. I'm sorry, little seals. So you get points if you like get the basket with the Pokeball, but you get way more points if you get the Sfeel in there. There we go. No, I can't hit him. And then you can't hit the Celio because then they'll drop the little Sfeel. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. Celio is underrated. I like his little mustache. I think they're doing a great job. Oh, as opposed to me, who's not doing a great job. No! But! This level. I hate this level. No! Bonk. You've been bonked. Sometimes you just gotta bonk them a little. It's okay. They'll get over it. They're very round. They can take a lot of damage. They are so cute. I love them. How could you hate this level? It has Sfeel. It's true. It's true. I should love it more. If for nothing else than for Ethan's sake. But who will win? Bonks or one round boy? Clearly the round boys have bested me and I'm okay with this. Boop. Perfect. Nailed it. No. Gotcha. Okay, we got one last one in at least. Ah, oh, it didn't count. It didn't count. I call shenanigans. Frankly, I've been had. I've been had. Buzzer beater. I have been had. I have been harangued. I have been harassed. I've been bamboozled. No! You get back up there. Not gonna get me that time. I can't believe I had like 99 coins and I couldn't get into the dang shop. It's really just a skill issue, but I'm still mad about it. can I get? Oh, it's evolving time. Who do we want to evolve? We can evolve Loudred, Machop, or Cascoon. It's hard to compete with the de facto Seal Ball, honestly. Honestly. My mother is watching a basketball right now and she is a little stressed about it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it basketball season? Oh, March Madness. Yeah, I guess it would be basketball season. God, I haven't watched basketball in years. We're gonna do Cascoon. I used to be a big fan of the Houston Rockets. I was a big fan of the Houston Rockets. Going to Target to roam. Enjoy your roaming. I hope you get some fun stuff. Thank you for the lurk and thank you for being here, Amy. It was so good to talk to you. Hell yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to evolve this son bitch. Get in there. Nope, get in there. Nope, not y'all right now. I don't have time for this. I'm doing shit. Let me go. Okay. I love you with my heart. Oh my god. Hell yeah, I love the Rockets. Let's go. Yeah. We didn't have a basketball team where I lived when I was a kid, so, so I like the Rockets. And the rest of my family that was older than me, that was aside from my sister because she didn't care, but they were all very upset because they were Bulls fans. I used to work at the Rockets Stadium, which got me many free concerts. Nice. Very cool. It's bonus time again. Here we go. Oh, this fucking rocks. We don't care about NBA, but my mom really loves Hawkeye basketball. I assume that's college? University of Iowa. Okay. I have watched one college sport game. Once. Exactly once. It was homecoming. My freshman or sophomore year of college. So I watched a football game. I believe they were called the Leathernecks. That's it. It's the only time I went. It was fun though, I guess. I don't really know anything about football, so I was just kind of vibing. It was better than baseball. I fell asleep watching baseball. I went to an MLB, National Major League Baseball, MLB. Okay. Woo! I went to an MLB game once. I fell asleep. I fell asleep in like the 6th or 7th inning. It was not as interesting. But I've never been to a basketball game. MLB, thank you. Aside from like high school when like I had to because for some reason they had the choir sing the fight song. It was very stupid. And we had no mics, so no one could hear us over the band. It was brilliant, really. Such a good idea. National League Ball. Yeah, that's it. National League Ball. That's the one. National League Ball. Fuck. I don't know why, but that took me out. I got my last laugh for the night. He did. National League Ball. aunt loves baseball games, but every time she or anyone else goes, she'll always tell people to bring a book or something to do. Yeah, I was also like, I don't know, like 14 or 15. And I feel like that age is a terrible time to get somebody to go to a baseball game unless they already love baseball, which I did not. I was not a fan. Surprisingly, I actually went to a ton of Little League baseball games. Because I had a friend whose little brother played baseball, like all through like elementary through high school, basically. So we went to a bunch of his games. We actually traveled. I went with the family to like an away game. It was very, I don't know why, but they were like, do you want to go? And I was like, sure. My choir had to sing national anthem for volleyball games in high school. No band at all. Oh. Have you heard of the Savannah Bananas? They played National League Ball. Oh, I love it. Is it the fucking, I don't remember what city it is, but the Jumbo Shrimp. They're a minor league baseball team. My ball team of choice is actually the Kalamazoo Kazoos. The fuck out of here. Not the Kalamazoo Kazoos. They play on stilts. Little League games are completely different though, because they know it'll be largely children/families, so they keep it interesting. Ball plays basketball, not baseball. There you go. Oh my god. Incredible. Kalamazoo Kazoos. Killing me. I do want to try and travel. First I have to actually, like, succeed. We're gonna do our very bitty best. That didn't count. Gosh dang it, if you weren't in the way. Oh, it counted. Okay, cool. Let me in! Let me in! Okay. Yeah, I've been to one college football game. I've been to one Major League Baseball game. I've been to more hockey games than I can count because I fucking love hockey. And I've been to 0 basketball games. Make you want to break out pinball? Do it. It's pinball time. Let's go, baby. Come here, you. Come here, you. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's going. Let me go. Dagnabbit. I like that we beat up a newborn here, honestly. The world is so big and bright and the little low tats. I know, I love them. I got him. Look at his little face. That's the face of somebody who just got pummeled with a Pokeball. You know, just be like that sometimes. Green pals, yeah. Yeah, we got a Shroomish. He's just a little guy. And we beat him up. Me in the mornings. Oh, big mood. Big. That's not that big. Give me like 10 million. I'm so cool. Oh no. Okay, we're good. How do I get a Lotad? I love them. I think it's just random. We'd have to go to like whatever location they're based out of, which I could look up technically. I will not lie to you. I have never once thought to look up what locations spawn what Pokemon. Because in the original Pokemon Pinball, I pretty much just had that memorized. And I've never really thought about it for this one. Sometimes I forget that the internet exists. Don't worry about it. Okay, I won't. My eyes just glaze over. I start drooling. I'm not gonna think about anything. Need to get in the grind set? Apparently. You aren't a true Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire completionist? I didn't know. What's the speed run on Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire Pinball? Somebody find me the 100%. Boop. Gotcha. I got him. You know what's really funny is I've played so much Pokemon in my life, and I've watched so much Pokemon, and I've played so much Pokemon Pinball, and at this very moment, the whole time that I've been playing this game, I've forgotten every single Pokemon's name. Every last one. Except Gengar. Don't you worry. I didn't forget Gengar. 5 hours, 50 minutes, 25 seconds? We ain't gonna beat that. We are already an hour and a half in. I just lost my last ball, and we have caught 7 Pokemon. I know some names, but not many. To complete the Pokedex, yeah, the 100%. How'd we do? Ooh, we got top, though. Boop. I mean, I think we're doing okay. How's the Pokedex going? We've seen 17 Pokemon. Look at that. We're on our way. We only need 200. It's fine. We can totally knock that out in 5 hours. Get the counter on. Anyway. You know what? Let's go to Sapphire. We can catch up in the second half. We'll fix it in post. It's fine. The feel of this board, or this table, is different, by the way, so it will take me a minute. Whalmer! Yeah, there's Whalmer in here. We got Shroomishes. We got Plusle, and I don't know how to pronounce the other one, minus something. We got a Zigzagoon. Look at all these Pokemon names I know. Lanoon. Yeah. Like the little weasels that keep popping out of the sides. I know they have a name, but my brain squeaks. Zigzagoomb. Yep. That's it. We're traveling already? Goddamn, I just got here. Could you calm down? Give me like a fucking minute. Oh god. Hang on. There we go. Coco requests something? Whatever she wants. I understand. Go take care of it. More important. Alright, we're leaving the booty hole. And now we in the forest. I do miss, in the original Pokemon Pinball, it would tell you where you landed. It would say, like, you were at Mount Moon or something. This one doesn't tell you. I feel like that's a little strange. Can I get a Pokemon? Can I please get a Pokemon? I know Zigzagoon because he's Zigzag Wiggle. That's correct. That is an accurate description. I feel like this table is a lot more open. Oh my god, please. Please. I beg of thee. Thank you. Who we got? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a Duskull? 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 It's a ghosty boy. Damn it. So close. It's Ghost Friend. That's all you need to know. He's just a little guy. Just a little guy. That's all you need to worry about. He's a little guy. There we go. Duskull! Duskull! A skull at dusk. Why the bird red now? I don't know. Oh, because we got Ball Saber on? You mean that one? It's different table. So the original table, the other table is Ruby, and this one is Sapphire. Yee. So you got blue burb in one, and then the red version in other. Just like in the Ruby table, you've got Fiery Boy, and in this table, the bonus round is Kroger. Yeah. Yeah, they're twins. There's red and blue. Yeah. And they're very cute. I'm traveling again? Oh my god. I'm a traveling man. Where are we going? Wait, I forgot their names. I just forgot the other's name. I just realized I typed it twice. Don't ask me. I have forgotten every Pokemon. Everyone. I don't remember any of them. Except Gengar. God, I fucking love this game. And C-Dot. Don't blame you. I feel like I've made it very clear. I feel like I've made it very clear in my other streams that no thinky. It's like Spanish, one is O and one is A. That makes sense. Lactose and lotion, got it. Nailed it. Lactose, lotion, Kroger. And that's the pig what dies if it stops bouncing. That's the official name for that pig. The pig what dies if it stops bouncing. And Groupon. Nailed it. And of course, Whale Boy. And who could forget dear old Rat Boy? Sure, where are we going now? Back to the booty hole. I don't want to be here. Fine. Which one is which? I don't know. It's just blue and red twin fun friends. You know, luck of the draw. It's like when you have siblings and your mom just goes through the list of your names before they get to you. It's like that. But with only two, so arguably it's easier for them. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go, baby. Damn it. There we go. This is probably just at the top, so I'm gonna let this go. Sometimes mom called the dog before me. Me too! My mom did that too. It drove me nuts. I'm like, seriously? The dog? I'm older than the dog. I should be first. And now sometimes she yells my brother's name at the dog. I also feel like they're nice, so they wouldn't even correct you if you got it wrong. Aww. Not me. I'm out here correcting everybody. There we go. Let me in! I've got to evolve my child! My new son! Which is funny because he's a ghost. Get in there. Get! I swear to God. I ain't got time for this. Thank you. My brother, my brother and the dog, I mean. They do look very alike! Ooh. My father would say that my grandfather would call out all of his siblings' names and then call him a completely different name that did not exist anywhere in the family. Oh my god. As a joke, my cousin named his child that name. That's honestly incredible. I mean, in all fairness, my mom would go through the dog's name before she got to me, but at least the dog had a human name. I was like, I can deal with that. Speaking of Duskull, imagine naming a whole-ass child after a joke. People name their whole-ass children terrible things. At least it was a name that existed. Okay, so this one, you gotta knock these guys out, and then the big guy shows up, but he will suck the ball up, so you gotta hit him at a specific time. Otherwise, you just waste time. You know what would make this level even better? Gengar. Gengar would make this level better. Oh yeah, and if you don't hit them within a certain amount of time, they run off like that. Like a bunch of joiks. It's a fairly common name, so yeah, I mean, I've heard some bad names. heard some bad names in my life. I actually do know someone who named their child after a joke, and unfortunately it was a joke that I made. So I have to live with that. In fact, it was a real name. Don't get me wrong. It was a real name. Oh, like, I don't know. It was somebody I knew in high school, and she was pregnant, and I was a edgelord, and she was talking about how the kid's gonna be like a pain in the butt because it was a complicated pregnancy, and I was like, you should name him Damien then. She did. She named that baby Damien. And she was like, well, you said it. Then I was like, oh, I actually like that name. It's like, oh, okay. Woohoo! Nailed it. I nailed it, and then I immediately botched it. As is tradition. We had a class with Kaysen, Drayson, and Grayson. Ooh. What about Jason? Let's do more Sapphire. I like that table. Press X to Jason! You gotta. There was a streamer I used to watch who did a run of Heavy Rain. And she made a bit reward where for 300 bits it would play Jason as like loud as possible, and we all took full advantage of that. Full advantage of that. I was out many a $3, and it was worth it. I really do wonder what those parents tell their kids when they ask why is my name blank. Yeah, I mean, parents name their kids after whatever. I was named after a song. Like, I think my mom, like, heard it in the grocery store and remembered that it existed, and she was like, oh, I do really like that name. And that's what I was named after. And I'm pretty sure my sister was also named after a song. So, I mean, you know. What are you gonna do? I also know somebody whose name was decided upon on the way to the hospital while their mom was in labor. So, you know. People name their kids after whatever. I feel like the hard ones are when they give them, like, I don't want to say, like, non-traditional names, because that's bullshit. You can name your kid, like, Sky or, you know, River. I like, people are like, oh, those aren't traditional names. I'm like, they've been around forever. It's fine. But, like, people, like, I don't know, like, fucking, dumbass who named his kid, like, a string of letters and numbers. What the fuck do you say to them? What do you tell them after, like, once they become fucking, like, sentient? Like, why did you give me such a dumbass fucking name? The weird one for me is, like, people who, like, name their kids, like, a problematic name within the family. Like, people who, like, name their kids after, like, parents who were, like, you know, abusive or just not good. Like, why would you do that? Now you have to know. I heard you like Mudkips? It's true. See, my mom takes names like that she likes and modifies and finds similar sounding / closest names. So long as she's not doing it the LDS way, because those Mormons. I say this as somebody who grew up around a lot of Mormons. Those Mormons just be putting Y's wherever they feel like it. Like, you can't just be putting Y's wherever you feel like it. You can't just be putting Lynn at the end of everything and calling it a name. That's not how it works. I have seen some spellings. Yeah, me too. Me too. They are rough. No! Malachi with a Q? Malaqui. Malaqui. It's like Jamiroquai. In that it's virtual insanity. It was a really good joke if you're over 30. Oh, like the name Margaret, so let's do Marie, it's close enough. I mean, that's fine. Which linguistically should not even be pronounced with a long I. Yeah, no. I know that song. Okay, good. It's a good song. It's a good music video. Have you ever seen the music video? Because I have a fun fact about it. And I love to tell it, but nobody fucking remembers the music video for Virtual Insanity. Even though it was everywhere. Don't look down on little Jackson Allison. What name is that, Sean? Joy Shoy? Jai Shy? Hush Hush? Eye to Eye? I watched it in high school, but I don't know if I remember. So there's a scene in the Virtual Insanity music video by Jamiroquai from like 1998. If you don't remember, or if you've never seen this music video, first of all, watch it. It's fucking great. They use like that effect where they move like Inception, like the walls rotating and stuff from Inception. That was like the first time I had ever seen something like that utilized, was in that music video. And there is he's in this white room and he's kind of like moving around and dancing around. And then there's holes in the walls. And at one point, towards the end, blood, like fake blood, starts running down one hole of the wall, on the wall. It's just like one little spurt and then it just kind of like drizzles down. And the fun fact about that was that, according to VH1's pop-up video, because this has lived in my brain ever since, blood was supposed to spray out of those holes in the wall, but the pump got fucked up, or the hose line got fucked up or something. So it just released that little pitiful little spurt of fake blood. And they were like, you know what? Fuck it, that works. They just kept that instead. Was that name supposed to be Josh? I don't believe you. The fuck out of here. That ain't no Josh. Fuck it, we ball. You know, I love people who can just, you know, roll with it. Roll with the punches. Oh my god, I need to get this last little bit. Come here. Thank you. Okay. We got him. We got him, Marshtown. Zzz. A lot of ease. Zoe. The one that always takes me out is the one that's like Jacqueline, but it's spelled like Jake Lynn. It's like Jaikkelynn. Like, what? There's so many ways you can spell Jacqueline. You can do whatever you want, but that's Jake Lynn. That's Jakey Lynn. You walk all around all mad. Do you think he goes stomp stomp? Yeah, I think so. But I don't think it happens often, because I mean, look at him. He don't get big mad. He's just a baby. He got no thoughts in that little head. No thoughts. I know a Jacqueline and a Jacqueline, and that's all I will recognize. You know, that's fair. I think that's good enough. And there's so many ways to, like, I don't know, there's so many things you can do with Jacqueline. You don't need to go crazy with the spelling. You don't have to go Jakey Lynn with the spelling. You can just roll with it. It's okay. See, like my name, like the only thing you can do is you can put a Z in there or you can put an S in there. Whatever, dealer's choice, whatever you fancy. And then you can give yourself 30,000 nicknames. Every nickname on Earth is somehow a variation of Elizabeth. It is wild. And I chose the most boring one. But I refuse to be a Beth. Every Beth I've ever met has been unhinged. Just wildly mentally unhinged. And like, granted, I can't judge too harshly. But whoo! Liz, you want to talk about spellings? Did you know there are at least 4 different spellings to my name? And it's already a unique name. I did actually know that. I did know that. Basically, you can just decide which R's and N's you want to throw in there. Hello, we are back. Predictably, we went on a walk. I hope she enjoyed her walk. I hope it was everything she dreamed of. The funny thing is that like every Corinne I've ever met has spelled their name the way you spell it. I know that there's different variations. Oh, there's a Lotad. Look at that. I know that there's different variations, but every Corinne I've ever met has spelled my name the way that you, or spelled their name. Sorry, I just claimed your name. The way that you spell yours. I actually had I knew a Corinne in college. Total sweetheart, loved her to death. Hope she's doing okay. Meanwhile, I'm Nick with no C because I want to be special, so it's not like I have room to talk. Yeah, but you got to pick your name, so you get to do whatever you want with it. You get to be as special as you want. At least it's not Neek. She sniffed in the grass for a bit, got mad I wouldn't let her under a van. Got mad I sniffed in the grass for a bit longer. Got mad I wouldn't let her behind the AC and then wanted inside. She's like, well, if you're not gonna let me explore, then fuck it. Everyone I've met has always spelled it differently. Really? That is interesting. Every Liz that I've ever met, or Elizabeth that I've ever met, has had like a different nickname, which is really funny to me. I don't know that I've ever met just another Liz. It's like, one of the only other Liz that I ever went to school with, she went by Beth. And then the roommate I had in college was Liz with 2 Z's. And then my other college friend named Elizabeth went by Eliz, E-L-I-Z. I don't think I've ever just met another Liz off the top of my head, which is funny. Or at least I haven't known one well. I've probably met some in passing. Oh, no, wait, I lied. I did work with a Liz once. I did work with one. And we were both confused with one another all the time. And we both got called Lisa a bunch, which was very annoying. I had 2 Elizabeths, 1 Beth, and 3 Liz's in high school. Eli, Liz, Beth, Lil, Isbeth, Billy, Lilibet, Betty, Betsy. There's so many. I've known a few Beths and 1 Betsy. I went by Betty for a little while. It didn't stick. It didn't stick. But I did go by Betty for a while. Beelzebub. Well, that's what my dad called me. No, just kidding. I can't see you as a Betty. Well, you didn't know me back then. Betty's the kind of nickname that's super cute for a younger kid, but I feel like not a teen. I feel like Betty really only works, yeah, if you're like a child or an elderly woman. Then Betty works. Yeah, it didn't stick, and then I kind of got sick of it, so I just went back to Liz. It was a very short-lived nickname. And then I never really went by any other nickname. It was always Liz otherwise. Right now, you never find a 4-month-old named Craig, but the opposite. Craigs just exist. They don't grow up. They hatch as is. My friend's mom's name was Betty. She was like my second mom. Aww. The Craigs are only 35. Yes, they spawn at age 35. It's like how Tribbles are born pregnant. Craigs spawn at age 35. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I prefer Liz. I think Liz suits me a lot better than any of the other nicknames. My mom still calls me Lizzie. I don't have any choice on that. She made me. She can call me what she wants, I guess. Fine. It's not like she's still calling me the dog's name, so that's something. It's an improvement. Otherwise, I fucking hate being called that. Funny thing, someone in my high school class has always called me Craig. Aw, that's rude. That's not your name. You make a very good Liz. Thank you. I think you make a very good Nick. Her reasoning was you don't look like a Chris, you look like a Craig, so I'm gonna call you Craig. That's so shitty. Also, I've done that, though. I was kind of a shithead when I was younger. There was this kid that I was like a freshman when I was like a junior, and I just called him Buddy. I couldn't remember his name. There are like 10 people that call me Jake. I sure do feel like a preteen when they do. Aww. Never met a Chad I liked. Yeah, me neither. I was like, thanks. Chads are always douches. When I was in middle school, I don't want to get too far into this. Just content warning, I'm going to talk about being bullied. But when I was in middle school, I won't talk about it too much. I was bullied pretty badly, but like the most annoying thing to me, everything else I could deal with, but there were these 2 girls who I couldn't fucking stand, and they called me Betty Ann. They would like, and I didn't go by Betty at this time. I went by Betty when I was like, I don't know, like a teenager, like a late teenager. But they called me Betty Ann, and it drove me fucking crazy, and like they did it just to fuck with me, and I hated it. Like, just fucking call me by the name I've asked you to call me by, you fucking bitches. So, you're bully, Joe, that's not cool. I mean, and like, the funny thing is, like, that's probably the nicest thing anyone referred to me as at that time in my life. But just the fact that it was like just a shitty fucking like version of my name pissed me off. Because like people called me like Lizard and shit too, which I hated because it was not done like as a cute nickname. It was done to be mean. But something about Betty Ann just pissed me off. And like a part of it was because like I grew up, like I spent a lot of my childhood in the South, and I still had a little bit of a twang when I lived up here. And that it went away pretty quickly, but like they acted like I was a fucking hillbilly. So they called me Betty Ann because they were like, that's a hillbilly name. And I'm like, man, fuck you. So. Marboch! Yeah. I did that on accident for a whole week of summer camp and then spent years not remembering if her name was Sydney and I called her Amber, or if her name was Amber and I called her Sydney. Oh no. Nickname somebody called me Grudge. To be fair, we all thought it was funny, including me, so I love that nickname. If you loved it, then that's fine. Like, if you liked it, then that's fine. That's what matters. I've never had a nickname that I liked. Other than the ones I give myself. It's Kroger time! Let me in! Let me in! It's Kroger time! I need groceries! I've never had a nickname, so... Really? Nobody ever called you, like, Corey or anything like that? I do know somebody named Corinne who goes by Corey. It's genius. It's just because I don't know how to pronounce it, but thanks. We're gonna pretend that I'm really cool and funny and I did it on purpose. Is a nickname at CC? That is true, Corinne. That is kind of your nickname. I mean, that's kind of Corinne's nickname in the sense that my nickname is Panzer, though. You know what I mean? Damn, missed. Missed. No! Fuck. If you can hit them before they do that, it won't freeze your ball. My friend Katie was called Platy on occasion, short for platypus. I hope they liked it. Often had names that related zero to our names. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I got called Bailey for a while in high school. That was, you can probably guess why I got that nickname. Just gonna leave that there. She was obsessed with platypi. Platypi are adorable. They're God's little abominations. Just like me for real. I don't think Kroger appreciates us beating it with a metal ball. Well, maybe Kroger should have thought of about that before it flooded the world. I don't know. Just a thought. Damn, I keep missing it. You can hit it there. You got a point there? Listen, I'm just saying. Nope. Damn it. And the closest was when I was babysitting 2 to 4-year-olds. They would call me Rin, but like like general people know. When when one of my brother's kids was really little, they couldn't pronounce my name because it's a hard name to say. Like Liz is hard to say when you're like a child. So they called me Rish. Only nickname I've ever liked. Rish. It was really cute, and then like they figured out how to say my name by saying that. So then they would just walk around sometimes going Rish, 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 Rish. Just fucking adorable. Rish is actually so cute though. Yeah, it's like one of my sister's nicknames that's still still actively used by my family, which I won't say it. But basically, when she was born, my brother was only 3, so he couldn't say her name. So he ended up saying like a version of her name that does not sound at all like her name, but it stuck, and he still calls her that. Ugh, I'm not gonna make it. No, I'm not gonna get it. Dang. Oh well. Kroger will continue to be pelted with Pokeballs until they lower their prices. You're goddamn right, Sean. I find it funny that these games came out around the same time the Day After Tomorrow came out. So, low-key, I fucking love that movie. I love that movie. It's so corny, and the special effects don't all hold up anymore, but I fucking love that movie. I don't care. It's like a guilty pleasure. I love disaster films like that. That is like my guilty pleasure. Like, and like any dystopian movies too. So like, but like I love like Day After Tomorrow. Shit. Whoops. And I love like I don't know, like Independence Day and like Terminator and like anything where like shit just went to pot real bad. Logan's Run. I like them. I don't know. 2012 got a lot of 2012 was not like a good story, but the special effects were really cool. It's a terrible story, but the special effects were cool. I got some muffins from the clearance section recently. Well. I love shit like that. I had trouble with the letter R as a small child. My brother's name has an R in it. It was on home video, and mom references it often. Aww. That's cute. You tell him, Pichu. Oh, nope, I fucked up. Damn. Gotta admit, Roland Emmerich works hard to get those special effects to work out. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen Moonfall, but I would think the special effects in that movie are great, like in his other movies. I don't think I've seen Moonfall. I did watch, oh, what was the name of that movie? There was another, like, end-of-the-world movie that I really like, but it's really fucked up. Like, it's just very fucking depressing and hopeless. Hang on. I think it was called this, but let me Google it. Melancholia. Melancholia. That movie is so fucking sad. Music from this gen makes me so happy, definitely. To be fair, I also struggled with L, and the rest of the sentence was when you done on your bicycle, can I have a toy? Oh, stop, that's so cute. That's so cute. I would not recommend Melancholia if you have any mental illness. Just don't. It's so depressing. It's like about a woman who's like severely depressed to the point of almost catatonia, and then the world is ending. It's so fucked up. Just unrelated, the world is ending. Like a fucking planet is gonna crash with ours. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. I don't know, I love watching shit like that. Don't read too much into this. Don't worry about it. Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Another disaster movie I wanted to watch called Greenland. I don't think I've heard of that one. I'm trying to think of the last movie I watched. It wasn't a disaster movie. I think it was a Wes Anderson movie. It was one of the new ones that came out. Asteroid City, I think it's called. I think that was the last movie we watched. That was really good. I enjoyed that. And I'm not a huge Wes Anderson fan either. I think he's all right. I like some of his movies, and I deeply dislike others. So, I simply do not watch movies that are predominantly sad, tense, or scary. That is valid. I heard Asteroid City was good. I think my dad saw it and liked it. It's not scary or tense or anything. It's just it's very Wes Anderson. I really liked it. There is like one fake out scene that I can think of that can be a little off-putting, but otherwise it's fine. San Andreas, oh yeah. I watched 28 Days Later in a high school class. Jesus Christ! That's a bit much. That movie made me and my sister really mad. Oh. Well, that's no good. I gotta evolve this guy. I gotta do it. But I can't. Because I'm bad at video games. Ah, fuck. It's really close there. Damn it. No. I'm gonna botch it. I'm gonna botch. Oh god. See, I simply refuse to watch movies with The Rock. Yeah, no, that's valid. I can see that. I can see why. I also have that thing where I must be in a specific mindset to experience any new media, as I get nervous about not knowing what's going to happen and how I'm going to emotionally react. I totally understand that, Jedi. That is specifically why I end up Googling a lot of movies that I'm watching. I can't help it. I tend to just look up the ending if I can't stand it. I get that way too. It takes a lot for me to consume something new. Especially if it's like a movie. I really have to be in a mindset to watch a movie I've never seen before. I'll watch like the same movies I've seen my whole life. I'll watch those over and over again. But it takes a lot for me to watch anything new anymore. I just like, even like shows, honestly. I have a lot of trouble starting shows. Like I just finally started watching What We Do in the Shadows, which has been recommended to me by some of my friends for years now. Like one of my friends has been trying to get me to watch it since like we worked together, which was, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years ago. So she's been trying real hard. And I finally just started watching it. I do love it, but even then it's like, okay, I need to take a break. This is too much. I didn't have it, in fact, Jacob, but thank you. I look up endings. I can't help it. I do it every time. I don't tell anyone, but I look up endings. I've been wanting to watch another good disaster movie for a while. It's like my guilty pleasure. Same. I love watching disaster movies. I don't know what it is. I just love them. I'm just gonna let that go. But TVs these days, I can get it because with as quick as they are to cancel shows these days, it's tough to want to get invested. The last new show I watched was the new season of True Detective with Jodie Foster. And that was fantastic. I enjoyed the hell out of it. 6 episodes. It was only 6 episodes. It was torture. But it's true though. Like every like new show that I've gotten like super invested in has been canceled. Because I think the last one that I watched before that was The Midnight Club. It was a Netflix show. And it was about like these terminally ill kids in like a hospice basically, who like get together and tell like horror stories to one another. And it was fucking fantastic. And they canceled it after 1 season. And then along with that, I was watching Paper Girls, which was on Amazon, I think. And it was an adaptation of a graphic novel by the same name. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It's about a group of girls who end up time traveling into the future. Fan-fucking-tastic. Canceled after 1 season. Like, every time I like something, it's canceled. I love to read Wikipedia synopses of horror movies and other very highly regarded films. Yeah. Oh, I did watch The Last of Us. That was great. The Last of Us was wonderful. I want to feel that intense rush when I watched A Quiet Place and 10 Cloverfield Lane for the first time. I've never seen 10 Cloverfield Lane. I watched Cloverfield when it came out. That was too much. Mandalorian is getting a 4th season. Ugh. I can't do Mandalorian. I tried. I was so bored. It was so boring to me. But I'm not like, in all fairness, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I've never been a Star Wars fan. I will watch Star Wars. And I will go, okay, well, there we go. That was that. That's about it. I don't think I've ever rewatched a Star Wars movie. Except for like the original 3, just because those were always on. I've certainly never like rewatched any other Star Wars media. Yeah, it's just, it's not my thing. So, I don't know. Can you not like Last of Us so it doesn't get canceled? Please and thank you. You know what, Vampy? I'm on it. Also, hi, Vamp. How are you? It took me a minute. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, everything I like gets canceled. I'm very scared to see what the next season is going to look like. I'm not going to lie to you. There was something else that I was watching that I ended up really liking. But it just petered out. Yellow Jackets. I really liked Yellow Jackets. And I watched the whole 1st season. Like, I binged it. And I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And then I got to the 2nd season. I think I got halfway through it. And I'm like, this is just slowed down to nothing at this point. And I haven't picked it back up since. Last of Us was one of the best shows I've watched in a long time. It was really good. I've never played the game. And, like, normally that subject matter scares the shit out of me. And I have a really hard time watching it. And I loved it. I had no problems. I adored it. Maybe because it came from like, and I don't want to talk about the basis of Last of Us because some people in the chat are very sensitive to that. But like and as am I, but like the fact that they changed like the origin of it to something like what they did made it a lot easier for me to deal with. But man, I really liked that show. I didn't think I was going to as much as I did, but I did. And I was like, Pedro Pascal can't be that good, but he is. Send him the Drew Gooden. Oh god, I love Drew Gooden. That's the Umbrella Academy for me. The 2nd season's pacing sucked. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that. And like, there are some shows that like theoretically I should have liked, but I couldn't do. So, like The Boys. The Boys? The superhero one? I got like a couple of episodes in and I got so overwhelmed by it. Now, granted, I grew up watching horror, slashers, violent shit. That show was too much for me. I was like so upset. I was so upset, and I couldn't watch any more of it. You know what I would like? I would like a short form cartoon like Bluey, but with Animal Crossing characters. Have you ever watched the Animal Crossing? I think it was a movie. Did you ever watch that, Jedi? Worked really hard to get Joel's character accurate. I feel like he nailed it. Yeah, the OVA. Yeah. We should watch that. I love the Animal Crossing OVA. It's so good. Apollo's just a big old grumpy Gus. There it is. Yeah. I feel like it's a little hard to find, but you could probably track it down pretty easily. I want to see. Yeah. I adore this movie. All right. Okay. So, I think this is gonna be my last run. Last show I watched was Chernobyl. Chernobyl was excellent. Excellent. I really enjoyed Chernobyl. That sounds horrible out of context. I really enjoyed the show Chernobyl. I was not born when Chernobyl happened. It had nothing to do with me, and I certainly would not have enjoyed it. But Chernobyl was very well done. It was a very well done show. One of my favorite pieces of Chernobyl media is there is a BBC drama documentary, like a dramatized documentary, where they like act out some of the stuff as well as go over it. And it's about Chernobyl, and I would heavily recommend looking that up. They did one on Chernobyl, and then they also did one on Hiroshima. And I would recommend both. They were excellent. Excellently done. Chernobyl was a little bit more difficult, but for the Hiroshima one, they had like survivors, including the one guy who witnessed both of the bombs and lived. Like, they've got like that guy on it. It's wild. But that's one of my favorite pieces of Chernobyl media. The Chernobyl show obviously fudged a lot of stuff. Like, obviously that woman there didn't exist. She was just kind of like an amalgam of all of the scientists who were like, hey, something's fucked up. But it was very well done. Just saw some pop culture news website post the 65 best musical movies of all time, and somehow La La Land was ranked higher than Fiddler. Absolutely the fuck not. This person has no idea what they're talking about. No. I'd never even fucking seen La La Land, and now I never will, out of protest. American Gods is one of my favorite books, but I dropped the show really quickly. The show was not that good. The show was not very good. It's a hard one to, like, translate, though, you know what I mean? Like, I watched Good Omens, and, like, the Good Omens show was good, but then they did another season, and I'm like, Terry's dead, so you're just getting ideas from Neil at this point. And just going off of Neil's vibes is never a good idea. It's amazing to know that both Chernobyl and The Last of Us were both developed by the guy who wrote the Hangover movies. I did not know that, in fact. Did you know that they found wolves that live in Chernobyl that are cancer resistant? I did not know that. I heard that they found like a new species of worm, I think it was. It's wild what they're finding in like the Pripyat region. It's crazy. A worm? A worm? Y'all are great. I'm so glad I streamed. I was not going to. I really, like, I couldn't get anything to work, and I was like, fuck it. I'm very glad I did. This has been fun. Boop. Where we go? We're going to a meadow. We're going to the Midwest. It's very flat. We're on the prairie. Get ready. It's been a very nice way to spend my evening. I'm so glad. I wish that we could do so much cool science in a way that wasn't immoral. Like, how can we simulate irradiating all the fuck out of things without hurting them at all? Yeah, that's a, you know? It's one of those things where, like, yeah, if we didn't have, like, ethics and moral codes, we could get a lot done, but, yeah, it's a snowbird. Midwest, come see me. Hey, I'm on my way. Is this you? You look a little cold. Boom. Boop. Okay. Okay. I think we're just gonna boop. We're just gonna boop. Let that go. Don't run the little guy. Just a little dude. Still made it on the board. Alright. It is 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna end here. Storm looks permanently scared and I just want to hug it. He's just a little chilly. He's still good. He's okay. He's doing his little bitty best. Alright, let's see here. But I'm going to end here. I'm going to try to be back Wednesday. We're going to be starting a new game, hopefully, if I can get my stuff to work. We're doing too good at pinball. You just gotta force the L to happen. You know what I mean? I can't help it. I'm just so good at video games. What are you going to do? Alright, well, I'm gonna end us here, and let's see here. Oh my lord, okay. We're gonna go and raid Lily for sure. Lily is doing Shadow the Hedgehog, so y'all get ready for some actual top tier gaming. Y'all know Lily. Drop some Mothman in the chat if you'd like to stick around for the raid. Again, I'll be back Wednesday, hopefully with a new game. We will see if I can get things to work. But thank y'all so much for being here and for humoring me with some pinball. I love this game. I play it constantly. So it was nice to stream it as well. But y'all have a good night. I will hopefully see you soon. And thanks again. Bye, everybody.